What's going on, Grace Youth? We are back with another Real Talk, Guy Talk edition, and we got the boys here today.
Yeah.
We got my boy Ethan.
What's up?
Ethan, what's your name?
Ethan.
And then we also got my boy Gabe. Gabe, go ahead and state your name.
My name is Gabe.
All right. Hey, we got a lot of questions to dive in today. Just so we can kind of get to know the audience. What is your favorite beverage, real fast?
Either Red Bull or Monster, for sure.
He's always drinking
Look,
it.
I got you.
He's got it on him right now. Stay strapped. Not sponsored. Gabe, what's your favorite beverage?
H2O.
What, you got that on you too?
Got it on right.
My man. And I actually really like water as well, and I actually have it with me. So, yeah, man. So we in the series XO, and we are talking about relationships. So the questions that we're talking about today are all based upon relationships. First things first, let's just get into it. What's the worst dating advice you've ever gotten?
It's actually from my friend. I was talking to somebody, and at the end of it, I kind of just said, I was 15. I was I'm too young. I don't know why I'm doing this in the first place. And so I just kind of decided maybe we should stay friends. And then my friend that night, we were talking about it, whatever. He's like, now that you're out of this relationship, or not relationship, now that you're out of this, the best way to get over it is just to start talking to another girl.
Oh, my gosh,
And
bro.
I was like, thank you. I'll
relationship.
think about it and everything, but that's probably the worst advice.
Did you take it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Clap it up for Ethan right there. Not taking that bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. For me, it'd probably just be yeah, man, just date. If you don't know what to do, probably just date.
Yeah, just keep going until you find the one. I was like, nah,
just keep dating until you find the one. The worst relationship advice you could ever get.
Yeah,
Don't use it.
That's not it.
No.
Probably not. How do you know if it's love or if it's a heavy like you just really, really like someone? Because there's a difference.
I'm only 17, though.
Yeah, I don't think we understand love yet.
Well, let me ask
Still
you
in high
this.
school.
Y'all know what love is?
No.
I'm not your dad. I'm not Mr. Charlie, dude. I don't know what love is.
Your parents are going to love you in a way different way than some girl could love you. And I always think that, what is love? You know what I'm saying? Love is not a feeling. We can have butterflies. I think that's the difference between love and a strong like.
Yeah.
But love is it's not a feeling. It's an action. I love you so much. What does Scripture say about love? Y'all know the Scripture that says, love is patient.
Love is kind.
Love is
Love
kind.
is good.
You know it?
Nah, that's about it.
Love is an action. It's not a feeling. How can we show love towards people? Not just necessarily forget the dating, but how can we show love towards people in our life? Maybe it's our friends. Maybe it's our family. What are some ways that we can show love to them?
Just random acts of just generosity.
Yeah.
Generosity, just kindness to them. You look good. You eating something? You want something?
Yeah.
Just offer them something, or just being nice to them, even though just something happens, or just continue just being nice to your peers, your friends that you have in your life.
Mm-hmm. Having that everyone eats mentality.
Yeah.
So
it's not just you just being selfish, just adding others to your table.
That's good. What are some traits you look for before you date?
I think the biggest one's probably they have to love God and they have to be in a relationship with God.
Come on,
There's
bro.
no other option. It's not going to work out. You're
Okay.
going to date somebody and then they're going to be let me get a relationship with God. If you're deep in a relationship with God, you need to find somebody that's right there so you're equally yoked and not carrying them
Talking
along.
about equally yoked.
Yeah. Besides that, they got to, first off, one of the things that I found is they got to be able to talk to my parents. They got to be able to be okay
Hold
with
the conversation.
Exactly, with my family.
I feel
Something
that.
like
Just be
that.
cool.
That's a good
Exactly.
first priority.
Yeah, family and friends, and then they just gotta have they're kind of a good idea of what they want to do with their life. They can't just be going from day to day, but they gotta have a little bit of a future plan.
You have to you're dating to marry, basically. Y'all know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're dating to marry, so you got to think, can I have a future with this person? And if they don't even know what they want to do, not that it's bad if you don't know what to do with your life. I mean, most seniors and juniors, they're trying to figure that out right now, which is maybe why it may not even be wise to date right now. But at the same time, that was so passive. I'm sorry, but for real, dating can be way harder when you're in high school because you date to marry and you're not getting married in high school. Simple stuff like that. Can they carry a conversation? Do they have a good head on the shoulders? But number one, do they have a relationship with God? That's That's huge.
If I could take you to church, then we cool.
Yeah.
If you can talk to my parents, then we cool.
Mhm.
So we all straight.
How do you keep a relationship from moving too fast?
Boundaries.
Yes. One word. That's all you need.
Set boundaries.
Everyone say boundaries on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
You said it a little late.
1, 2, 3.
Boundaries.
Very good. What are some boundaries we can place in our life when it comes to relationships?
No being alone. Like, or if you're gonna be like alone, just always be like driving or like somebody's in the other room. Like, never just be like sitting in your car somewhere. Because if you're ever alone and you know nobody's gonna like run up on you, or you're just like super comfortable, things are gonna happen. Because it's gonna be hard whenever
That's
you
what
get
I'm
in that
saying, bro.
situation.
You might lose that lack of self-control,
Exactly.
and then
Mm-hmm.
one thing after another, and then it all just goes south.
Yeah.
Don't want that to happen.
And I like how you said letting someone know. Like, accountability is a huge boundary to place when you're in a relationship. Because the accountability is like, is thinking ahead. Like, you play sports, right? You play little sports?
I do, yeah.
Okay, you don't go into the game with no game plan at all. Like, you don't just go in there like, let's just have some fun, guys. No, you get smacked in the face by your teammates if you have that mentality. You got to come in, like, with a game plan. And so when you know that the defense is going to try and hit you hard, you're prepared for it. Same way with relationships. You're prepared for a bad moment that where you, like, slipping could happen by having that accountability and making sure that, like, hey, we're not going to be alone. Like you said, we're not going to be alone. And if I am alone, I'm going to let you know. That way you know I'm alone with this chick. When do you know you're in a healthy relationship versus a toxic relationship? What are some indicators that, like, you may be in a toxic relationship?
You're always just not one day, or probably like one day after another, you're just always worried, hurt, or just anxious
Dang.
about what's happening with them,
Yeah.
or what they're doing, what they're gonna do to you.
Yeah.
Make sure God's at the center of the relationship, because
Yeah.
like there's multiple things that could be at the center. It could be anger, it could be toxicity, it could be anything like not God related. But if you have God at the center, then you won't have any of those things. You're just kind of like bouncing off of that.
Someone painted this picture. It's like God's like the bridge. Like, you're not connected just with each other. It's like there's you and her, and then God's on top, and he's connecting y'all. So when y'all both chase God, that's y'all's connection is God. Yeah, that's a huge indicator right there. Is if God's not in the top and like the focal point of your relationship, it can lead to toxicity, man. I'll say another indicator right here. If every single person around you says,
Oh yeah,
this girl ain't it,
yeah.
she probably ain't it. You know what I'm saying? If everyone around you says, like, if someone you trust, like a bunch of people you trust, and they say, hey, I don't know about her, like, maybe take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not just saying that because they don't like her. Maybe they care for you the most. So I think that could be ignoring. Oh, y'all know about red flags?
Yes. Yeah. Ooh, not red flags.
What are some red flags? I'm just kidding.
I got you right here.
Yeah. No, but like ignoring red flags could be another huge indicator of toxicity in a relationship. We're gonna start talking about it. All right, we're in the love series. We've been talking about purity and talking about just purity when it comes to sexuality. So let's talk about the big S word, soup. So what are y'all thinking when it? I'm just kidding.
Soup's pretty good. I like soup.
Sex. Why is sex such a big deal?
I feel like people try to push it towards it's fun and it's pleasurable, and we should all do it because it's just fun.
That's culture. That's what
Yeah,
culture's
it's
saying.
like they just say, "Oh, it's fun." It doesn't matter who you do it with or how you do it. Just have fun doing it.
Yeah.
It feels good. Just do it.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
But sex is like a valuable thing.
But
that
it just
God
has to
gave
be
us.
just with somebody you're supposed to be connected with, because isn't it like once you do it with somebody else, it's like you're
It's a soul
becoming
tie.
one.
Yeah.
So it's like you're like one flesh.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be like someone you love, someone you're connected to, someone you want to live with. So like that.
That's why it's
Yeah.
only meant for marriage, because the only person you're supposed to be connected to is the
Your
person you're married
husband,
to.
Your wife, yeah.
Yeah, sex is a gift from God. It's not a bad thing. Everyone thinks sex is a bad thing, so no one talks about it. So even when I said the word sex, people were like, did you hear him say that word? Nah, it's not a bad thing. It was a gift from God. But culture makes it, they flip it and they turn it. And they use stuff like pornography to try and make it seem like it's something that is not, and they make it seem like it's something you can just have and throw away and have, and nah, it's something sacred, and it's only for marriage. It's supposed to be just for you and your spouse. And so, yeah. So how else is, I mentioned like porn. How else is culture kind of like twisted when it comes to like sex?
It's like wrapped up in like everything. Like no matter where you go, you could be like walking in the mall and you'll see something that has to do with like pornography or something sexually related. And so it's just kind of like wrapped up every single place you go. Like it's completely contradicts.
It's so easy. It's everywhere.
Exactly. It's like it's on your phone, on your computer.
The music you listen to, that's all it talks about.
Billboards, anything, it's all got it. So it's just kind of like culture's twisted it into everything that they possibly can, because it's kind of like that's like the center of culture now. Yeah. It's just that sex right there. Yeah. So.
And you hit it on the head too. Like
exactly.
They say it's for everyone. Like you can just do it. Like it's fine. It's fun. But nah, man, it's a sacred gift from God meant for marriage. Is it okay to date around to make sure you find the right one?
No. Plain and simple.
What do you think?
No.
I don't think so. No.
No.
I don't really like focus on girls because like I'm young, so I'm like.
He's an athlete, bro. He can't have these distractions, man.
He's like I'm 16. I don't really want to focus on girls right now.
Yeah.
Probably like in college, I might get a wife or something. That's later on though.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about that right now.
That's wisdom though. That's wisdom. I'll tell you what, you'll waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
If you date around.
A lot of money.
Sucks, dude.
Chick-fil-A is expensive, bro.
Trying to buy a car, come on.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many other things you could buy, like burritos. Anyways.
Yeah. McDonald's. Just be
soup.
Like.
Nah, bro. We're staying away from soup until marriage.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us here on Real Talk, Guy Talk Edition. Fellas, thank you so much for talking.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Y'all have some knowledge. I appreciate y'all very much. Gabe and Ethan. Go ahead and clap it for Gabe and Ethan real fast. And we will see y'all next time on Real Talk.